picture a community, a congregation, a village, an entire tradition, standing in front of everything it cannot see. Death, catastrophe, next year's harvest, what sits between that community and the unknown? Today we ask a genuinely strange question: does religion behave like a membrane? Welcome to the Markov Blanket of Religion. I'm Imogen, and over 5 episodes we are going to take that strange question seriously and carefully.
Glad to be the one holding the equations. I'm Rohan Iyer. I work in Active Inference, a theory of how living systems stay alive by keeping their picture of the world in good repair.
And I'm Ngozi Ademi. I study the history of religions from Lagos. My job, all 5 episodes, is to stop Rohan turning 2,000 years of human devotion into a tidy diagram.
A useful tension. Rohan, before anything else, the strange term in our title. What is a Markov blanket?
It is a way of drawing a boundary, precisely. Take any system that persists and split its states into 4 sets. Internal states, what the system believes. External states, the world outside. And between them, the blanket itself, in 2 parts. Sensory states, which carry the world inward. Active states, which carry the system outward. The rule is strict. Internal and external never touch directly. They meet only through the blanket.
So the blanket is not a wall. A wall just blocks. This is an interface, the one channel through which inside and outside are allowed to influence each other at all.
Exactly. And it is not static, it is a loop. The world presses on the senses. The system updates its beliefs. The system acts back on the world. The world changes round again. Perception and action continuously. The blanket is where that whole loop lives.
And this picture comes out of a larger idea.
It does. Active inference. Plainly, anything that stays itself over time has to resist disorder. Active inference says such a system behaves as if it were minimizing surprise. The gap between what it expects and what it senses. The quantity it produces even has a name: variational free energy. Friston's 2013 paper put the claim sharply: anything that persists must have a blanket and must act as if it holds beliefs about its world.
As if. I am going to hold you to those 2 words, Rohan, for 5 episodes. They are doing enormous work.
Fair, and I will keep earning them. Here's the discipline behind the phrase. There is the system's model of the world, and there is the world itself. They are not the same thing. The model is a map the system acts on. When the map and the world drift apart, behavior starts to fail. Hold that. It returns when we reach trauma and conflict.
So this describes cells, brains, bodies. How on earth does it reach religion?
Through a scale, blanket's nest. There is one around a neuron, around a brain, around a body, and the active inference literature allows them around pairs of people and around whole communities. Model a religious community as a system, and its internal states become shared doctrine, memory, and trust. Its sensory states become the testimonies, the shocks, the rival stories arriving from outside. Its active states become preaching, ritual, charity, the drawing of lines.
And watch how scale changes the picture. A priest stands outside the blanket of a single believer's mind, but that same priest is part of the blanket of the congregation, part of the machinery through which the whole community senses and acts. Pick the wrong scale and you describe the wrong system, which is why I will keep insisting on the careful version. We are not claiming religion is a Markov blanket. We are saying religions can be modeled as collective systems that maintain a boundary under uncertainty. That is a hypothesis. A disciplined one. It is not a discovery.
Ngozi wanted guardrails up front. Now is the time.
3 of them. The first, this framework cannot prove or disprove God. It studies how human beings model, build, and maintain the sacred, not whether the sacred is real. Keep those apart always. The second, beware the category mistake. Saying religion is just illusion management is exactly as lazy as saying monotheism is just a better compression algorithm. Each swaps one description for the whole of a living thing. A function is not a verdict.
And the third is aimed at me and my equations. The moment blanket comes to mean any boundary at all, it explains everything, and therefore nothing. Used honestly, you must always name the system, the states, and the scale. One more trap on my side. If a religion does reduce uncertainty for a community, that does not make its claims false. Explaining why a belief is useful is simply not the same move as showing it is untrue.
So that is our through line. Not religion is a blanket, but a sharper question. Across history, have human communities always needed something that filters signal from noise, coordinates action, carries memory, and holds them together while they face the dark? Was the blanket, in that careful sense, always in place?
And to answer that honestly, we cannot start with theory. We have to start with history. Next time, we go back to the Greeks.